Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Philadelphia Eagles, but with the new addition here of CJ Gardner Johnson. Now, with the rest of the overlook of the team, let's just start with the offense. And first of all, we got Jalen Hurts here. He should be a star development. I don't know what EA's tripping on. Eagles, Jalen Hurts has potential. He's not a bad QB. He's solid. I would definitely put him easily in my top 20, maybe even top 15, but I would have to really think about that. I would put him over Tua, is what I would put him over. Everyone's going to call me a Tua hater. I am. Jalen Hurts is better than Tua. I will confirm that. Now, with the CJ Gardner Johnson trade, I think this was huge for the Eagles because they also cut Jaquiski Tart and Anthony Harris. So this was a definite need for them. CJ Gardner Johnson was a pretty good pickup. Now, with the rest of the team, we got Miles Sanders here. Wasn't as productive last year. It was a little bit of a different system, but hopefully he can be a little bit more productive this year. Whenever he is on the field, he is a solid player. Of course, they got the beast, A.J. Brown, who will really excel on this team, along on the other side of the ball with Devontae Smith, who had a really good rookie year. I feel like Devontae Smith should be like an 86 overall. He's a little underrated here. And then O-line, obviously very good. Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata, Jason Kelsey. Well, it's actually pronounced Jason Kels, but everyone just calls him Kelsey, so whatever, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. And then Lane Johnson, of course, and yeah, very, very good offensive line. Brandon Graham, Javon Hargrave, Josh Sweat. I'm going to start Jordan Davis over Javon Hargrave, and then I'm going to trade away Jordan Hargrave because even though, yes, Jordan Hargrave is a better overall, Jordan Davis has been a beast in training camp, and I want to get him developed immediately like that, That was a terrible snap, like that. I don't even have a face cam, so you guys shouldn't even really recognize that, but whatever. Darius Slay here, superstar development. We got Avonte Maddox, has potential. James Bradberry, they got in free agency. James Bradberry should be like an 86, 87 overall. 82 is way too low. CJ Gardner Johnson, of course, that's what the video's about. Hassan Reddick, who is this again? TJ Edwards. Okay, that's who it was. I remember Edwards, but not that. And then Naboke Dean is, I believe, how you pronounce this. He was a first round pick. Tell me down in the comments how you pronounce his first name. I think it's Nakobe Dean. My bad. I don't know how you pronounce that exactly, but yeah, I'm just gonna call him Dean. I think this dude should be a star development player. He's been pretty good in training camp. The reason why he wasn't selected in the first round was because he had a shoulder problem and nobody wanted to take a risk, so he got picked in the third round, but he is a really good player. I thought he was the best out of the linebackers. I thought Devin Lloyd was behind him in terms of talent. I thought he was the best linebacker there. So yeah, I thought he should have been taken in the first round, but let's see what he can do here, but I'm not going to start him over TJ Edwards. Kaiser White was a great pickup in free agency. He was actually pretty solid for the Chargers, so this Eagles team has pretty good potential here, but Marcus Epps is going to have to be, yeah, he's going to have to be gone. And boom, there it is. Javon Hargrave to the Bears for Eddie Jackson and a third-round pick from the Bears. And the reason why I'm getting Eddie Jackson, yes, he's only an 83 overall, and yes, he's 28 years old, and he's probably going to start regression really, really soon, but he's going to immediately replace Marcus Epps, and this defense is looking so much better already. Let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 3-3, third in the division, here to face the Pittsburgh Steelers with Kenny Pickett. It could be worse, but this is kind of what I predict the division would look like, except we would be 4-3 and the Commanders would be 3-3. But yeah, we're going to choose a draft class, keep the auto-generated rookies because I think it's too far ahead to be predicting what team will draft who. So I'm just going to keep it where it's at. And then we got players ready to negotiate here. Who are we going to have? Jason Kelsey. He has a medium interest in re-signing. Let's give him a player friendly and then spread out the deal a little bit. And then he re-signs. Good stuff. He's needed back. Miles Sanders, I would like to keep back. I'll just offer him this. Offer is perfect. Good stuff. Sounds good to me. He's back. James Bradberry is an interesting one. 1 year. I'm cool with 1 more year. Yep, and he re-signs. Brandon Graham, I don't think I want at all. He wants to come back, but I just don't really want him because he's going to be like a 75 overall. Yeah, I'm good. Kaiser White is a guy that I definitely want back as well. I'm going to take a new, but this is as high as I'm going to offer him, and he re-signs. Good stuff. TJ Edwards doesn't really have an interest in re-signing. I'll give him a base contract, but if he doesn't accept that, he doesn't accept it. You need to do more to convince. No, I'm not going to do that. TJ Edwards is going to be gone. Zach Pascal, no. Boston Scott, no. Andre Dillard, no. Marcus Epps, I literally got your replacement, no. Gardner Minshew. Everyone here is just a no for me. I'm cool with all my signings that I got. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in to the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs going at 7-10. That's Madden simulation for you, as our offensive points per game was ranked 19th. Our defensive points per game was ranked 23rd. Stats and awards, let's see what we have here. Do note this is the Philadelphia playbook. Jalen Hurts was solid, but he needs more touchdowns. 17th best offense, 7th best defense. Okay. 4,800 yards, 31 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Miles Sanders, 14 touchdowns, 3.8 per carry, and 1,100 yards. Pretty solid season, but that 3.8 per carry needs to go up a little bit more. A.J. Brown, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. That should deserve superstar development. That's a great year. Devontae Smith, another with a great year. 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Dallas Goedert, 5 touchdowns, 846. Looking at it defensively, T.J. Edwards, 137 tackles. Kazir White, with 134. That's good. Tackles for a loss, 18 for Hassan Reddick, 18 for Fletcher Cox, and a handful of others. Sacks, 9.5 for Fletcher Cox, 6 for Hassan Reddick, 5.5 for Brandon Graham. Jordan Davis with only 3, but he was a run stuffer. He had some tackles for a loss. Interceptions, 4 for Darius Slay, 3 for James Bradbury. Safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the offseason. And in the offseason, the Chiefs beat the Cardinals in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl MVP and the league MVP, but I do not see any awards here for the Philadelphia Eagles. But we're going to look into the roster, see if we have any development upgrades. A.J. Brown should deserve superstar here, and he does get it. Thank God. I didn't want to have to change that myself. And it looks like there's no other development upgrades here. Defensively, Fletcher Cox gets superstar X Factor, and Jordan Davis has superstar development. Did he get that, or did he come with that? He came with that, and I honestly think that's fair. Jordan Davis is honestly kind of a freak, especially in training camp. And Hassan Reddick gets superstar dev, and Kazir White gets star dev. I'm glad we signed Kazir White on that cheap deal while we could, because now he's going to be very, very good long-term for us. Glad with that pickup. And yeah, now we are going to be moving into the re-sign players to see what we have for the re-signings and for their retirements. Hopefully none of our offensive line or defensive line retires. If Brandon Graham retires, that's fine, because I'm not going to re-sign him anyways. And TJ Edwards, sure, you're 27 years old, but retire. I don't need you. The 2022 retirements, let's see what we have here. We are the NFC West. Not West, I mean East. Jason Kelce retires. Shit, that's not good. Okay, we're going to have to figure something out there. Players ready to negotiate. I don't think we have anyone else that we want. Brandon Graham, no. TJ Edwards, no. Yeah, everyone there is just a no. So how much money do we have for free agency? A lot. Well, I'll see you guys in free agency. So after free agency, we ended up getting Odell Beckham on a 2-year deal, I believe. Yeah, 2 years for $23 million. Levante David, he wasn't really interested in signing, but we kind of gave him the best offer, which honestly wasn't even that much. And then Tremaine Edmonds, we kind of gave him a player-friendly deal. So we filled in that middle linebacker position very well. Yes, I know I was talking about Dean a lot, but he's only a normal dev and he's a 73 overall, so he probably wouldn't have developed that much. But anyways, let's get into the draft. In the first round, we're picking up a right tackle out of Texas Tech. Only 78 strength, so I don't think he's that good of a overall. But we're going to move him into right guard position because we really don't need anything else now that Jason Kelce has retired. But he is 6'7" and 319, so he's a big boy. And yeah, we're going to move him into right guard. Maybe we just need a center, and that would be about it. So yeah, let's get to the next pick. So I know everyone's going to hate me for this, but I just selected a QB, Drew Bryan, and this is the hypothetical. He came out of Miami of Ohio. He has 94 throw power, only normal dev, but this is the hypothetical that Jalen Hurts does not work out in this upcoming season. And I had another first round pick, and the team really doesn't need anything else other than the quarterback to develop and a center. We really don't need anything else. So this is the hypothetical. So this is a maybe. Jalen Hurts is on the hot seat. And in the second round, I'm picking up Nathan Carr, a left guard out of Utah. I'm going to move him into the center position, and it looks like the team is now complete. So this is the team after the draft. Our QB, Bryan here, Drew Bryan, is going to put Jalen Hurts on the hot seat. I know you guys are already like, this is unrealistic. I moved the Eagles into Tampa Bay's playbook, so this means that if he doesn't do good in Tampa Bay's playbook, he's out of here, bro. I mean, I love Jalen Hurts, but in Madden, if he doesn't perform, I got to think about the rebuild, man. If he doesn't perform, then he doesn't perform. Anyways, defensively, looking into it, Levante David here, Tremaine Edmonds, great linebacking core. Looks like the CPU picked up this guy, Peter Bartell. Great replacement for Eddie Jackson whenever he does retire or leaves the team. Derek Barnett's there now instead of Brandon Graham because he's off the team, obviously. But Bartell's a good pick by the CPU. Changed up the schemes, changed into Pittsburgh's defense. But, yeah. doing pretty good. Drew Bryan, get ready to start if Jalen Hurts can't perform in Tampa Bay's playbook, which is a pretty straightforward playbook. But anyways, guys, it's now time to move into the midseason mark. And it looks like Jalen Hurts is already off the hot seat. It's like Aaron Rodgers with Jordan Love. You draft a quarterback in the first round and it pisses him off and he wins back-to-back league MVPs. Anyways, Eagles are 6-1, top the division. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. We have Darius Slay, who has medium interest in coming back. Yeah, I'll do another 1 year. Oh, I don't have a salary cap for that? What? Yikes. What? What do you mean I don't have a salary cap for that? Interesting. Jalen Hurts doesn't have any interest in re-signing. Shit. We're in a huge predicament here. Jalen Reagor, get the hell off my team. And Jalen Reagor and Quez Watkins for the Browns' second-round pick, they're gone. Anyways, Darius Slay, it said I had to change my offer a little bit. Remaining cap, negative 10.6 million. What are you talking about? I thought we had way more than that. We're not getting Fletcher Cox back. He doesn't have an interest in re-signing. James Bradbury's a maybe. We're going to have to tag Jalen Hurts or something because he doesn't want to come back at all, and I have no money. We're 6-1. We're going to have to make this happen. See, this, I'm not going to lie. EA did improve with this franchise because this happens in real life where players don't want to come back and you can't really do anything about it, which makes the game more realistic rather than if you just pay them a shit ton of money, they're going to stay. That's not realistic because sometimes people want to go to a new team rather than have more money, kind of like Le'Veon Bell, and then their career falls off after that. But we're going to have to deal with this in the offseason. Well, actually, who is taking up so much money that it is unbelievable? And I think that might be the move. Yeah, I'm going to cut Eddie. He's out of here. We already have his replacement behind him. Devontae Smith, Hassan Reddick, Joshua. Jake Elliott's being paid more than Jalen Hurts. Okay. So cutting Eddie Jackson was a good idea there. We already got his replacement. Thank God the CPU is better at drafting than I am. But yeah, Bartell's gonna start. And then maybe it was a good thing that I drafted this QB behind Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts has no interest in re-signing. So yeah, let's move into the playoffs as we are 6-1. Here we are in the playoffs going 11-6, second in the division. The Cowboys take the division as always for some reason, and the San Francisco 49ers are here to face us in the wild card round. But first, let's see the stats and awards. Jalen Hurts probably had a great year. And he did. Okay, he's like a top 10 QB now. 16th best offense though, middle of the road. 19th best defense. 5,200 yards, 36 touchdowns, 17 interceptions is too much, but I would like to re-sign him if he changes his interest in the offseason, which I don't know if that's possible. Miles Sanders, 1,000 yards, 3.7 per carry, 14 touchdowns. That average needs to go up, but still a solid season. A.J. Brown, 116 receptions, 1,500 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's going to be an X factor. Odell, 8 touchdowns, 1,200 yards, 103 receptions. That's superstar dev. If A.J. Brown doesn't get X factor, I'm going to give it to him. And if Odell doesn't get a superstar dev, I'm going to forcefully give it to him as well. Devontae Smith had a pretty solid year as well. He was just third string, so he was kind of outshadowed by Odell. Levante David, 140 tackles for a loss, 24 for Josh Sweat. Insane. Jordan Davis only 7 and with 2 sacks. That's disappointing. Sacks, 10.5 for Hassan Reddick, 9.5 for Josh Sweat. Kaiser White was 6. Levante David was 6. Fletcher Cox only with 5. So maybe it's a good thing that we're letting him go, but I don't know. Interceptions 4 for CJ Gardner Johnson. Levante David with 3 interceptions. Safeties 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, we are now going to be getting into this wildcard round to see if we can move on to the divisional round. It's usually the divisional round is the problem. And yep, we beat the Niners. Here to face the Cowboys are ridiculous in simulation. Zeke and Micah Parsons are freaks in simulation. Yeah, 42-38. This is going to be really hard to rebuild the Eagles with the Cowboys in the division because the Cowboys are just gods for some reason. But let's move into the offseason. And the Cowboys hand the Bills, their 5th Super Bowl loss in history as Dak Prescott wins Super Bowl MVP. And they humiliate the Bills in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes wins back-to-back league MVPs. Should have been Jalen Hurts. And yeah, no one here from the Eagles gets any awards. Let's look into the roster to see if there is any dev ups. A.J. Brown should get X Factor, and he does not. And no, I'm going to give him X Factor for those of you guys saying, oh my God, you're cheating. Dude had 116 receptions in a single season, 1,500 yards, and double-digit touchdowns, I think. And Odell had 103 receptions with, I think, 8 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. He's a superstar dev player, bro. Don't tell me he's not. Odell is getting superstar dev, okay? Don't complain to me, oh, you're a cheat. I'm not. I'm being realistic. Both of our interior offensive linemen that we drafted last year have star dev. That's fine with me. Defensively, Lavonte David is now regressing. Bartell has superstar dev. Did he come with that? Or did he already had that? The CPU is just a god at drafting compared to me. Anyways, defensively, CJ Gardner Johnson has superstar development as well. Okay, cool. And then for some reason, it gives Fletcher Cox only superstar dev when he should be an X factor. I literally turned off development trait regression. I don't know why it's doing that, but I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I guess after a certain age, you lose your development, which I guess kind of makes sense. Kind of, not really. Some people retire as superstar X factors, but let's look at the league settings here, because I know for a fact that I turned this shit off. Where is it? Development trait regression off. Yeah, I had it off. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. We're going to move in to the re-signed players to see who we got here. And yeah, Jalen Hurts is most likely not coming back, unfortunately, and he didn't even get a star dev. He had like a top 10 QB season, and he didn't even get a star dev, which is ridiculous to me. 2023 retirements. Let's go to NFC East, and nobody in the NFC East retires. Make Zeke or Micah Parsons suddenly retire, please. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we have here. Darius Slay has a high interest in coming back. We actually have the cap room now. I'm going to negotiate 1 year at a time, and he resigns. So that way, as they're regressing and as their development trait is going down, you can then negotiate their contract and give them less and less money over the years. Fletcher Cox, I'll give him just this 1 year. He wants to test out free agency, that's fine. James Bradbury, that's really cheap. I like that. If he can accept that, yes, he can. James Bradbury is back on the team. Jalen Hurts has like no interest in coming back. Player friendly, I don't have the cap room for player friendly. We have to go with neutral, and he wants to test out free agent. We can't do anything about that. I could franchise tag him, but I already have another QB behind him as well, and then I would just be over the cap room. Then I would have to start cutting a bunch of players, so I'm not going to do that for a player that's a 78 overall normal dev. Don't get me wrong, Eagles fans. I love Jalen Hurts. I think he's a great QB, but realistically in Madden, I can't have him back and start cutting other players just for 78 overall normal development QB. Everyone else here, I just don't want. I'm going to skip out on free agency since we're obviously having money problems, and I'm just going to simulate to the draft. And in the first round, I'm picking up Trey Irving that's Trey Irving out of Wisconsin. The hidden development, 90 strength. He's going to be replacing Fletcher Cox, and I think he's going to be doing a pretty good job of it. Here we are after the draft, as we have this Hughes guy who I picked up in the second round, Manny Hughes. I drafted him out of Clemson. He's going to be a secondary back behind Miles Sanders, because Miles Sanders isn't putting up the averages I want him to, but he's just going to stay there for now. Let's get him more reps at fullback as well. Why not, even though he's receiving back. Drew Bryan, you're going to have to step up and make this team happen, because you're kind of our only hope. Irving here is going to be the starter, well, the second starting defensive tackle behind Jordan Davis. This random guy named Wheaton, Alonzo Wheaton. I have no clue who you are. We must have drafted you last year. And yeah, I think everyone else here is good. Maybe I trade Lavonte David. I feel like that would just be better because Dean is like a solid overall and we're having money issues, so I probably shouldn't have signed 2 linebackers. Do note, Madden 23 is new to me. This is a little bit harder to navigate, so Bills need a middle linebacker. And I'm trading away Lavonte David, a 3rd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick for Gregory Rousseau and Tristan Hill. I only picked up Tristan Hill because the Bills were having some cap room problems. So now we have Gregory Rousseau on the team for Lavonte David, and he's going to... Oh, he's a superstar? Oh, that's sick. Yes, please. Josh Sweat, is he a right end? No, he's a left end. Let's officially move him over to the right end position for us. And, yep, Josh Sweat is now officially the right end. And, yep, it's going to switch him as it always does. Let's move him up here. I don't want Tristan Hill to be my starter. Stop making me click random things, Madden 23. This is getting very frustrating. Let's move this here. And yeah, this is the overlook of the defense. I like how it looks. Dean is going to be the 2nd string linebacker here. Edmonds, Irving, let's move up. Oh, okay, specialist looks good as well. Offensively, this is what we're rocking with offensively, and I like it a lot. So anyways, let's get into the 3rd season here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Drew Bryan, let's see what you got, and let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3 top the division. Looks like Drew Bryan is doing something right. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. We got, Rousseau doesn't want to come back. Let's see if that attitude changes in the offseason, because I'm not going to even attempt to make an offer on it. Well, if he accepts a neutral offer, then I will. So let's see what he wants, and he wants a bigger contract. So let's see if he has higher interest in the offseason. Don't really care about the punter situation. Devontae Smith needs to come back. I don't know why he has low interest. Let's go I don't know if I can afford very player friendly. Let's do that. And he resigns. Devontae Smith needed to come back. Darius Slay has a high interest in comeback. Let's go team friendly. Let's give him 2 years. He's been pretty good to us. He's excited to stay with the team. We saved some money there. Good stuff. I really like this. Really like this negotiating new system. It's really a lot better. Let's sign Odell back. He doesn't want to negotiate with me. I'll get him in the offseason. CJ Gardner Johnson needs to come back. A very friendly player. And he resigns. Let's go. Hassan Reddick. He's 29. I'm going to give him a neutral deal. That's all I'm going to give him, though. He wants a bigger offer. He's 29. He's going to regress. I already have Gregory Rousseau in his place, so I'm not really too high on keeping him back. Josh Sweat, he's a neutral player, so I'll give him a neutral deal. And he actually had 9.5 sacks, but he re-signs anyways with that contract, so it works for me. Vontae Maddox, I would like back. Let's give him a player-friendly deal. And he likes it, so he resigns. I really like this new system. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but EA did a solid job with this. I'm not going to lie. Definitely improved the negotiating system. James Bradbury, I keep giving him 1-year deals over time. And sure, I'm just going to give him another 1-year deal. Does he accept it? And he wants more. Landon Dickerson is a guy that I need back as well, but I can't negotiate it just yet. And everyone else here is a no. So we have a breakout QB here with the Dallas Cowgirls. Breakout QB. Let's see what we got. Drew, blah, blah, blah. Drew Bryan. Yeah, skip this. I don't really care. Let's see if he does get the development upgrade. That is what I care about. Advance the next week. And what do we got? Come on. Please. Did he do good? 31-14 loss. I don't think he got that. Let's see what we got. When did it do? Yeah, we lost, so we don't get it. No dev upgrade for Drew Bryan mid-season. That would have been sick if he got up to superstar with the 1 season. We are 4-4 now. The Giants are 5-3. You got to face the Browns, but let's move into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, going 8-9, bottom of the division. Way to choke the division, Drew Bryan. Stats and awards. Let's see what we got here. Drew Bryan was not horrible. 20th best offense somehow. Defensively, 25th. Okay. 5,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Miles Sanders, 12 touchdowns, 4.0 per carry. Not a lot of attempts, though. A.J. Brown, 105 yards, 105 receptions, 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns for Devontae Smith, 1,200 yards. Odell, huge down year from last year, but still a solid season. Looking at it defensively, Tremaine Edmonds, 130 tackles for loss, 14 for Jordan Davis, sacks, 11 for Kaiser White. Okay, I guess he's rushing now. Gregory Rousseau with 10. Hassan Reddick with 7.5. Interceptions 3 for James Bradbury. Glad we keep bringing him back. Safeties 1 for Greg Rousseau. And 0 defensive touchdowns. So, anyways, guys, other than that, it's now time to move into the offseason. In the Falcons, and Desmond Ridder wins the Super Bowl MVP against the Chiefs. Russell Wilson wins the league MVP. Let's ride. And yeah, there's no awards here for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see what we got here in the roster and see if there is any development upgrades. Offensively, does my QB get star? No, he does not. I'm not going to change it either. Odell Beckham, I guess age does affect your development because he no longer has superstar dev. And yeah, that is unfortunate. Defensively, looking into it, it looks like Hassan Reddick no longer has star development either because of his superstar development because of his age. And Darius Slay no longer has superstar development because of his age. I guess that's a reasonable thing because as you go down in overall, your superstar and development should go down as well. You shouldn't be able to be a 75 overall superstar X factor, which I guess makes sense. So EA has improved their game. I will admit that. So, but it's not a huge improvement, but there are little details like the contracts and these developments and the overall things that do improve the game a little bit. But yeah, let's see the 2024 retirements as we got the NFC East as our punter retires and Lane Johnson retires, which is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. $102 million to spend in free agency, so we got to go ham. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. Greg Rousseau, you're going to come back on a very player-friendly deal. There we go. And he re-signs with the team. Good stuff. Tristan Hill, no. I only got you for money reasons. Odell, I would like back. Team-friendly, high-risk, medium-risk, player-friendly. Let's go just player-friendly. And he re-signs. Good stuff. Hassan Reddick. Do I want you back? I already have Gazir White rushing better than you, so I'm good. James Bradbury, team friendly. Yeah, let's just do player friendly for him. And he resigns. He had the most interceptions on the team last year. Jake Elliott, let's just give him a neutral deal. And he resigns. And yeah, we're all good. I don't think I need anything else. I'm going to hit this free agency. I'm going to hit it hard. I'm going to try to get a QB if there is one. And after free agency, I ended up getting a JOK to replace the Hassan Reddick situation. I think this is going to work out really well. I also got Trey Lance, which is a huge upgrade. He didn't really have an interest in signing, but we had a bunch of money. So yeah, let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up a left tackle. I'm going to move to right tackle to replace Lane Johnson, and I think this is a pretty solid pickup. In the second round, I'm picking up a wide receiver, a Delvin Mallard out of Georgia, hidden dev, playmaker. He's a next George Pickens. Now, this is the team after the draft, and it looks like I forgot to re-sign Landon Dickerson in the offseason. That's my fault, but it's fine. It's fine. We're good. We got A.J. Brown, Odo Beckham. Mallard is a 72 overall. Wilkins. Oh, this guy I picked up in the last season, Dalton Wilkins. Look at this dude's speed. 98 speed, 96 acceleration. Dude's a demon. It's insane. Our receivers are really good. That's something an Eagles fan really can't say. I mean, you guys have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert now, so I guess it is something you can say. But, yeah, our second string back is only a start of. Didn't realize that till now. And what else do we got here? Looks like the CPU picked up a 69 overall. Nice DB. Norwood. Nice. Dean is only a 76 overall now. And what is something that I really, really want from this team? A good year. That would be nice to have. But maybe I can just trade away my my second string QB. I'm trading away Drew Bryan for Shaq Mason straight up. It's just a 1 year thing. I swear to God, if I see Drew Bryan in the Super Bowl, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to lose my mind. It's going to piss me off. Shaq Mason is a right guard, so I'm going to move him over to left guard officially. I probably should have just searched up a left guard, but it's fine. This is what the team looks like now. And specialist, Norwood, Edwins. Cool. I'm cool with all this. Anyways, let's move into the playoffs because we don't need to re-sign anybody at the midseason mark because it is the fourth and final season. So let's move into it. So now here we are in the playoffs, going 15-2, top of the division, above the Giants, Cowboys, and Commanders, of course, because we're obviously at the top of the division. Sorry, that's something in my throat there. Pause. That's not what that meant. You know what I mean. Anyways, schedule. Who we're going to be... Oh, no. Why are we going to the schedule? Stats and awards. I'm stupid. Stats and awards. We've got a first round bye, so we don't have to worry about the schedule. Trey Lance, beast. MVP Trey Lance. Screw Drew Bryan. Screw Jalen Hurts. Not literally like Jalen Hurts, but you know what I mean. Third best offense, 13th best defense. 5,800 yards. That's insane. That might be a record. 47 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Miles Sanders, great with the touchdowns. I don't know what your average is, though. You're lucky you're good in the red zone because you would have been gone a long time ago. Devontae Smith, 112 receptions, 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. That deserves to be a superstar X Factor, but he'll only get up to a superstar. A.J. Brown, 11 touchdowns, 1,400 yards, 108 receptions. Odell, 91 receptions, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's been great for us. Dallas Goedert's been solid, too. Looking at it defensively, Tremaine Edmonds, 126 tackles for a loss, 15 for Josh Sweat, sacks, 17.5 for Gregory Rousseau. That's an X factor. 10 for Josh Sweat. Interceptions is going to be 6 for CJ Gardner Johnson, and Darius Slay, 5 interceptions. Big year for him as well. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Darius Slay, 1 for Avonte Maddox, and 1 for JOK. That's most I've seen in a while. Anyways, let's see what we got here. Who are we going to be playing the divisional round? If we did all this just to lose in the divisional round, I'm going to be upset. That's what happened in my Steelers rebuild. We're done. We're not winning. Okay, you guys, this is going to be the outro. We're playing the Cowboys. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys all in. Never mind. No, you're not. You're not telling me that the 7-10 7. I don't know what I'm more amazed at. We just beat the Cowboys, or the Packers made it into the playoffs at 7-10. And they're in the conference championship. I'm going to lose my mind. I'm playing. If we lose to the 7-10 Packers in the conference championship, I am going to lose my shit. Anyways, let's get into this. So here we are against the Green Bay Packers, and I'm not really going to play anything 0-0 starts. Let's just at least get some points on the board. 7-0. There we go. Good start, Eagles. Come on, we're in the second quarter, and it's only 7-0, 14-0. Let's get to halftime. Halftime, 14-0. 7-14. Let's keep playing them key moments, please. Come on, just get some points on the board. You can just make it 3. Okay, 21 works. That's cool with me. 7-21. Good stuff. Good stuff. Come on, hold that lead. There you go. Just run the clock out. 24-7. I don't know why you're not running the clock out. Just run the clock out. That's all you have to do. Thank you. I can't believe they almost allowed that comeback. We're going to be Anthony Robinson. There's no Jordan Love. There's no Aaron Rodgers. Anthony Robinson is who we're going to be as the Philadelphia Eagles are moving on to the Super Bowl, as this is going to be considered a successful rebuild. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the 10-7 Las Vegas Raiders with Devontae Adams. A managed roster. Let's see what we got here. We are going to have Trey Lance as a superstar dev. What? No way. Offensive linemen can get development upgrades now? Whoa. O-lineman of the year. That's how you get development upgrades. Okay. That's good to know, because last year you couldn't do that. I love that they added that. Thank God. And also, my right tackle that I drafted is a superstar dev. He just came with superstar dev. That's sick. Trey Lance got upgraded to superstar dev. Devontae Smith got upgraded to superstar dev. Mallard barely got any reps because we don't even see his development trait. Only 221. Most likely that was from preseason. But yeah, great season for us. Huge season. CJ Gardner Johnson, superstar X Factor. Partel is doing good. I'm so glad that CPU drafted that guy. Jordan Davis is now down to a superstar dev. That doesn't make any sense. He's 25 years old. I'm giving you superstar dev back because dev trait regression is literally turned off. I think that's only fair whenever the player is old and they're getting to a lower overall, but he's literally a 90 overall. He's a 92 overall with the morale, but still, he shouldn't have that. Norwood is only a star dev. Those guys complaining in the comments, oh, you're cheating. I'm not cheating at all. I'm being realistic. Jordan Davis is a 92 overall. He shouldn't be a star dev. But yeah, and also Josh Sweat. Gregory Rousseau should be an X Factor. 17.5 sacks in a season. I'm giving him X. Oh, you're cheating. I'm not cheating at all. There's a difference between having a logic and EA's logic, all right? Trey Lance, he should be a superstar X Factor for winning league MVP, but just not to piss people off, I'm going to leave him as a superstar. So anyways, let's play the moments here, get into the Super Bowl against the Las Vegas Raiders to see if we can cap off this rebuild with a win, but even though it's already considered a successful rebuild. And here we are against the Las Vegas Raiders at the Atlanta Falcons Stadium is where they're hosting this Super Bowl. Keep playing these moments. Come on, let's strike back with 7 points, please. There we go, 7-7. Erase theirs off the board. They strike back with another touchdown. We strike back with another touchdown. Let's go. Let's finally take the lead for the first time. There we go, 17-14, 2-minute drill. Let's capitalize on this. And we capitalize on it. Nice. 20-14 at halftime. 28-14. Don't choke this. Keep going. 35-14. We're crushing them. Don't choke this. You guys got this. 35-21. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna play this endgame drive, and I'm going to just chew out the clock because the CPU doesn't do that. For some reason, they continuously pass, even though we have the lead. So I'm gonna chew the clock and try to run it out. And that will do it. 35-28. We're gonna seal out the game against the Las Vegas Raiders as the Eagles cap it off on this rebuild and win this Super Bowl with Trey Lance. Went through 3 QBs within a span of 4 seasons. So that was kind of crazy, but we did complete it. Norwood, the rookie, is happy that he does win a Super Bowl. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know down in the comments below which team you'd like me to rebuild next. And apart from that, guys, make sure you go check out my Texans franchise series as I'm about to record another episode of that. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.